Good morning everyone and welcome to our WNCL coverage. A crucial game for South Australia on the road against Victoria at the Junction. A beautiful day in St Kilda, the sun shining, not a breath of wind, perfect conditions for cricket. So into Patterson again, who's on one. Missed out at her last couple of starts but hasn't missed out on that. Smoking that through the covers, a lovely shot.
From the Fitzroy Street end. This one outside off and driven away. It's through the infield. That's going to be 4. That one she comes out to that one, goes down the ground. It's high. It's going to have 1 bounce and 4. Last over from Patterson as we see this one. Back foot, drive away. The chase is on from Blow. She's not going to get there. That's another 4 runs for South Australia, for young in cricket terms. This one again at Boulder. She's got through. Gus taking the scalp just as we talk up to Brow. Dooley now. This one outside off. Gets the under edge. There is a fielder back there, but Kim Garth is not going to stop. This one outside off, and that one is cut away. That's the shot she was looking for. She gets it this time, and that's a much more confident boundary.
And that's pulled over mid-wicket. It's got some work to do in the deep. They won't get there. That's 4 runs. Patterson to cash in today. Comes down the track, hits that high and long, and 1 bounce for 4. Good contribution for the Renegades as Dooley takes a step down the track, goes in the air just over the outstretched hand, and will get a boundary. Flintoff.
This one is not a great ball, no matter who you're bowling to. Down leg. Anything here is a bonus. And they will get that bonus in the form of another 4 runs. Beautifully driven from Patterson, and that is her 50. Her first half century for this season. We spoke about the fact that she's had a few starts. It's a beautiful strike from Patterson. She's picked the gap perfectly and will...
Reverse sweep, beautifully played by Patterson, bringing out all of the tricks now. Playing the role of an all-rounder this time as Dooley plays a shot that she's executed so well today. Might even get that all the way to the boundary. Over the wicket, Dooley drives through the big gap at mid-wicket. And with that, she'll record another half century. 65 not out a couple of games ago. And she gets to 50 today. And that smack turned into a full ball, and it will go all the way to the boundary for Patterson.
Final ball of the over, worked on the leg side, and again we see that running immediately going for 2. It could get him in trouble here, and it does. Umpire Lisa McCabe's got no problem putting the figure up on that one.
22 years of age, got a bright future, and Patterson in the meantime eyeing off a century, and if she punches the ball through the gap like that... Donald into Webb, and she does go in the air, over cover, and down to the boundary for 4. Patterson on 99. Can she capitalise on the life? Yes, she can. Unless that's a direct hit, and it's just wide of the stumps, and Patterson gets her century. Not without a scare or 2, but that is a brilliant innings. As South Australia fight for a spot in the final. Bridget Patterson has done everything she possibly can to get them there.
Webb coming out this time on the offside. Anna Lanning coming around under it and takes the catch. A good catch in the end.
A real chance.
Well, they've got 3 overs to do it, and it's not off to a good start there for O'Neill. Bowled by Bates. There it is. We had got the 2 there. Backs away and hits that one over. I mentioned before that Fine was up, and she's hit that all the way for 6. Backs away, goes down the ground this time. Miss hit. It's up in the air. Ella Hayward underneath it and takes the catch comfortably. So we see another big shot into the outfield. Great effort from the Victorian fielders. I think it's Flintoff out there, but unable to stop it in the end. So it is O'Donnell with the final over. She's pulled away in the deep, and McKenna probably hasn't done enough there. Lets it through. Goes down the ground again. Bates straight away was on her bike. Didn't even look where the ball was. Final ball of the innings. It's turned away to Fine. They run and get there comfortably. So just the one to finish the innings. It's been a terrific innings from South Australia.
Peterson to Reid, who's got a pair of threes and gets that one through the offside. So all runs coming through the covers for Reid. This one will again flirt with the rope, and that one will get there.
This one outside off, played at, caught the edge, taking the catch. There it is. The pressure was building. She bowled that one into the wicket, but Reid up to the task, pulls it away, and it's a boundary 4. That's chipped up and taken. I think it was Josie Dooley in there. It was. This one a straighter delivery and through her. She's bowled. It's well bowled from Faulkner, and she's now got Reid gone for 15. This one more of a leg stump line, and can't afford to do that when you haven't got your mid on in. The ball's racing away, and it will get to the boundary.
Particularly if you're chasing a target like this. Good shot though from Fulton. Blast that through the covers for 4 run at this point. And that one goes through the infield, so they just keep piercing those gaps as she's trying to convince herself.
Well, maybe.
Pushed through the offside, and now she's got a chase on, and it'll be to no avail as that's another boundary.
It's outside off and short. Miss hit, and it's going to be taken. It is taken. Now, Flintoff on strike. Comes down there and is bowled. I believe it was bowled. This one, more of a straighter delivery. I thought it might have been going down leg. We don't have the best angle here, but the important thing is it has been judged.
From 4 overs. That's not a bad shot from Haywood. Cuts that away in front of square, and that may well go all the way for 4. Tossed up and driven through the covers, and they should get a couple for that at least. It'll pick up a bit of pace. It'll get not quite hauled in. Goes all the way for 4.
Crease is productive.
And that beats the field, and Lanning will get reward for that. So
for the Victorian supporters watching this, as we see now, she steps away, tries to construct something on the offside, opens her stumps up, and Busby floated up, full toss, hit away by McKenna. There is a fielder out there and swallows it. Peterson here, she's also bowled well, and that one's flashed away. It's a great shot in the end. It's going to race away to the boundary. This one again, attacking the stumps. Well struck through the offside. Cover unable to.
Betts, 7 overs, 1 for 15. That's in the air and over the infield. 1 bounce for 4. Missed out a couple of times with the bat, but others made them around them as that swept beautifully away to the boundary for 4. So Lanning, Harris in there, and that's lofted by Lanning. That should be caught, and it is. Pretty nice catch, low to the ground. They had run a ball 13. Blast that in the air, and it was always going to take some catching. It blasted through the fingers of Patterson. Goes again this time. It's catching practice in the deep, and this time it is held on to. She was only playing one way, was Sophie Day, and eventually she came unstuck. I think that might be 3 catches for O'Neill. And it's all out 139 as Falconer gets a 4th wicket, 4 for 30. And 1 to Samantha Betts. Kath, thank you. Been a pleasure working alongside you once again.
Oh, thanks for having me, Darren. Thanks for looking after me.
At the South Australian huddle, they're chatting through, I think, a job well done, and now they wait